channel. Happy Sunday. It's now 12:10. I am just going for a sunbed. I have actually started going back on them about 2 weeks ago now. I'm just finding it's really helping with my skin. As you can see, I am very barefaced today. It took me a lot of guts to come on pretty barefaced because I hate the scars on my face. But I have actually started noticing since me using the sunbeds the past 2 weeks, the scars which I've got from the breakouts that I had after stimming are actually they're not as noticeable as they were. So I'm trying to get as many sunbeds in as I can before I have transfer next week. Super excited. A little bit more background information of what happened since the last video. Obviously we have the egg collection. We have 2 eggs, well, 2 embryos obviously in the freezer waiting to be thawed or transfer. I had to wait. Well, we kind of predicted my period to come. I think it was around about end of April. It didn't come. I was really concerned, like thinking, where is my period? But it actually came. It was really late. It was 2 weeks late. It came about 6 weeks after the mini bleed I had after the egg collection. So yeah, so that was really late. So I was a little bit concerned. I did email obviously my nurse at Crate just to say, is this normal? Do I need to be worried? Has something gone wrong with treatment? Like, what's going on? And she was like, it can be normal in some cases. Obviously after all that trauma going on down there, obviously, you know, it can kind of like throw you off a little bit. So I was like, okay, cool. But it actually arrived about 2 weeks ago now, about a week and a half ago now. So I'm on actually I think it's my day 10 or day 11 of my cycle. So my ovulation is just starting to kick in. So I have actually now started taking the ovulation sticks. You know what, I'm going to drive and talk to you guys because I don't want to miss the sunbed shops. I think it closes pretty soon. But yeah, so now I've started taking the ovulation sticks. So I have to do one of those in the morning and one at evening, just to see obviously when the surge is going to come. Like I said, today is Sunday, so I am predicting my surge to be probably midweek next week. Obviously all being well, that I actually do ovulate this month. I was given an emergency number from Crate when I went for my scan on Friday. When I went for my scan on Friday, they gave me an emergency contact number just in case I have any surges over the weekend, because obviously we've chosen to go for a natural transfer, so getting the ovulation spot on is absolutely key right now. I will speak to you all probably Monday now after the appointment, just to let you know where we're at and what's going on. But yeah, so I hope you've all had a lovely weekend and I will speak to you all soon. Bye guys. Hi guys, I thought I'd just give you a quick update. So I am just at Crate. I've literally just had my scan. Today is my day 12. Today was a little bit of a special scan, I guess you could say, purely because I got to meet our nurse Sally. All our other appointments about the transfer, about all the information of what we're going to go through, has all been done via Zoom. So today it was actually really nice to actually meet her in the flesh. Obviously we've seen what she looks like, we've spoken to her many times over obviously like Zoom calls, but it's so nice to actually meet her. She said the same to me, to be fair. We've spoken so much, so just being able to see her in the flesh, yeah, it's been great. And also she told me that the lady I donated my eggs to, that they managed to get 3 eggs, 3 embryos, which is really good. They haven't yet got to the stage that we're at for transfer, but I think she said the couple are keeping the eggs in the freezer until they're ready for a short while. She said the lady who's having the eggs is such a nice woman, and she said she couldn't deserve it more. So that made me feel really happy, you know, to know that if my nurse is saying that about someone, obviously that's saying a lot. So I'm really happy that obviously I've been able to give her that chance, and you know that it's all gonna go well for them, really. But yeah, so that was nice to meet her. on the side of my transfer, she said the egg has grown, because when I went on last week, obviously it wasn't that visible, and the lining of my womb has got thicker as well, which is really good. That will actually be next week, not this week, so it kind of gives me a little bit more time to prepare, because I guess I thought it would have been this week. So in my head I've got like, oh my gosh, I need to do all these things before transfer happens, but no. So I've got a couple of more days yet, which is kind of put me at ease, because work at the minute is so busy, and you know, getting time off and that sort of stuff. But yeah, so transfer is very soon, it's happening, very exciting. So yes, I have another scan towards the end of the week, so about to give you guys another update then. But yeah, so I've just got to carry on at the moment with my ovulation stick, but she definitely thinks that I should have my surge sooner than later. But yeah, so that's all fun, that's all done at Crate now. It's now 3 o'clock. I am so hungry. I haven't had my lunch yet, so I'm going to head home, have something to eat. But yeah, so I'll keep you all guys updated. Like I said, I have another scan towards the end of the week, so I'll probably speak to you all then. So have a nice rest of the day, guys. See you later. Bye. Hey everyone, I'm back with an update for you all. I'm pretty sure the last time I spoke to you all, I mentioned about having a scan towards the end of the week. As it stands, that scan did actually get cancelled because my ovulation surge came earlier than planned, which obviously was great to show that I am actually ovulating this month. So the appointment got cancelled. Me and Sunny had to send our consent, obviously to Crate, to say that obviously we are happy for the embryos to be thawed for next week. We've been finally given an actual date of transfer, which I'm over the moon about. I think all weekend, because obviously yesterday was Friday, after work we had a bit of a date night. Maya was with her dad. We both went for dinner at a place called Slug and Lettuce in Harborne in Birmingham. It was really cute. Obviously outdoor dining is still outside at the minute, so we made sure that we had a table which had a heater above us, obviously me in my element under the heater. Sunny was right under the heater, so his head was like on fire, but he was enjoying it too. But yeah, it was just nice to obviously just get out, stress relief after a stressful week at work. But yeah, I feel like we're just in our own like little bubble at the moment. Like, we can't actually believe that the time is here, the transfer's happening. It's just all so exciting, and I'm having to start the pessaries. I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I'm not a fan. I would actually rather inject myself than use these. These are the most grossest things ever. Honestly, I have to use them 3 times a day as well. But last night Sunny was like, just come on, he was like, come on, you won't come so far. Obviously with the whole treatment and the injections and whatnot, but it's just, they're just not very nice. And I've been having a couple of tummy pains with them as well, but I have googled it, apparently it is normal. These are just to obviously make sure that the lining of my womb is still obviously thick, and just to make sure that the embryo does stick. These are the size of them, so they're not huge, but obviously inserting them, it's not the cutest. And they do kind of ruin your underwear at the same time, so I'm just going to buy some cheapy pants, I think tomorrow from Primark, just for what I'm using. Like I say, I have to do 3 of those a day, 1 in the morning, 1 in the afternoon, and 1 at night time. So they're not the most joyous of things ever. Hopefully, I think I have to use those until I'm into my like 2nd or 3rd week of pregnancy, but obviously that is yet to be confirmed. But yeah, so using those, just prepping as much as I can for next week. Treatment for next week, it's kind of like how egg retrieval was. So I can't wear anything perfumed, I can't have anything strong smelling, all that sort of stuff. Obviously I've had my nails done early, so you shouldn't interfere with obviously treatment next week. But yeah, so it's just really super exciting. I do apologise for the mess behind me. I am having a little bit of a clear out and a packing session. Because me and Sunny are actually going to London next weekend for our anniversary, which I can't wait. So we've got transfer obviously mid next week, and then we've got London literally on that Saturday. So we've got a lot going on, super exciting. So I'm just going to dig out some more outfits from the wardrobe, see what I can find to wear, do some dinner, and I will catch up with you guys probably before transfer day now. Yeah, so have a lovely rest of the day, guys, and I'll speak to you all soon. Bye. would you believe me if I told you that I am on my way for my transfer? I actually can't get my head around it either. We've waited for this day for so long, and it's actually finally here. It's an absolutely beautiful day. The sun's been out all day today, so I'm hoping that's a really good sign. It has rained a little bit, and I actually did just see a rainbow on the way here. So I'm hoping that's a good sign. But yeah, so I'm not too far away from Create now. I did leave out pretty early, just because obviously it's quite late in the afternoon. Obviously traffic from people finishing work, that sort of stuff. So I didn't do too bad. The motorway is pretty slow, but I'm here with well enough time. But yeah, as I say, obviously it's just I'm so like multiple feelings right now. Like I'm so excited, but I'm actually really nervous at the same time. I don't know if it's just purely because I know I'm going to leave Create now, potentially extending my family and being a mum of 2 children. Like that is absolutely crazy. Obviously it's something what we both really want, and you know, like I say, we've been trying for a while now, so to actually get to the end goal of what we really want for ourselves is, you know, crazy. But yeah, so yeah, transfer today. For the transfer, I have been asked to just obviously make sure my bladder's full. So on the way here, I've been drinking apple juice. I've got an orange juice to finish, and also a bottle of water to finish, to make sure my bladder's nice and full for when it comes to the transfer. I think I mentioned in the previous video, the transfer itself, it's about 10 minutes long, and it just feels like a smear test. I mean, if you've had a smear test, ladies, you know how uncomfortable they are, so I'm hoping it's not too long, but as long as everything goes fine and goes well, obviously that's the main goal. But I have just arrived at Create. I was also told not to wear anything perfumed, so I've actually got no deodorant on. I'm so self-conscious right now. I feel like I smell. I probably don't smell, but you know, it's like a ritual thing, isn't it, to wear deodorant? And I think just the fact that I've not got any deodorant on, it's just like no perfume on. Jewellery, they didn't really say too much about jewellery. I know obviously for egg collection it was a lot more strict of what you can and can't wear, that sort of stuff. But they didn't say anything about jewellery or makeup, so I've just literally just gone for minimal jewellery. So I've just literally got my earrings in, which obviously I can take out if needed, and I have got a minimal makeup on as well. I just thought obviously for today I didn't really have too much planned other than work, so just my minimal makeup. Anything scented obviously can kind of interfere with their treatment, so I thought just best not. But yeah, so I'm actually here. It's actually happening. It's crazy. Unfortunately Sunny couldn't come today, obviously due to the guidelines. You're not allowed anyone in the surgery room with you, and actually in Create with you either. So, and obviously with his work commitments he couldn't make it. Just a little bit sad. Kind of wish he was here to kind of like just hold my hand, but I know I'll be fine. I'm a tough cookie. But yeah, so fun. I need to finish off all these drinks. What time is it? So about 20-25 minutes before I'll go in to get ready. I'm just going to quickly give Sunny a message now and update him that I'm here, and obviously what time I'm going in, all that stuff, because I'm sure I'll have to prep myself for the treatment as well. I don't know if it's going to be how the egg retrieval was, so I have to go in like the downstairs, or if it's just going to be done in one of the clinic rooms. I really don't know, so that'd be interesting to find out. But yeah, so fingers crossed, guys. Sending sticky vibes, as I always see on the Instagram, as I always see on the Facebook pages. Yeah, so let's start this process. I will speak to you all when I get out of when I come back out of Create once the transfer is done, just to let you all know how it was, how it went. and I guess most importantly how it felt, if you want to know all those gory details. But yeah, so I'll speak to you guys soon. Wish me luck. Bye guys. So I'm back and it's official. Transfer has happened and Frosty is in its home. Fingers crossed it obviously all works out. I'll show you guys a little bit closer. I saw the whole transfer as it was being done. It was so interesting to obviously see the needle go in and the fluid go into the area where it needed to go. I don't know all these technical terms, but it was so good. They went through all the procedure with me, spoke me through everything, what was going on. There was a lady scanning my tummy, and obviously there was the doctor inserting the embryo from the embryology team. So it was kind of like a teamwork sort of activity while I was just lying there, but everyone's so nice in there. Obviously as I've just left, everyone was like, congratulations, good luck, fingers crossed. So that was super cute. I have been given obviously some aftercare advice of what to do, what not to do. I've been given a pregnancy test. It looks very much like a lateral flow COVID test. I've got to do that at the end of the month in a couple of weeks time. I've got the date obviously on the paper, but this video isn't going to be uploaded in real time, so I don't want to say too many dates too quickly. But yeah, so just a part obviously to help with the pregnancy test, but it's official. Frosty has been implanted. Hi guys, welcome back. We are actually currently in London celebrating our anniversary. Not wedding anniversary, but just being together anniversary. I did book it a couple of weeks ago. We're actually staying at the Park Plaza, Riverbank. Can I just say the hotel is absolutely amazing. They went full out. They put petals on the bed, they gave us a card, they gave us chocolates, complimentary drinks, balloons in the room. They did amazing. So really rate the hotel purely because of how nice it is in here as well. The bed is huge. I'll do you guys a little bit of a tour. I do apologise, obviously it is a mess in here. We did have a bit of a nightmare getting to London yesterday, so I didn't manage to vlog much yesterday, but we went out for meals, went out for drinks, non-alcoholic drinks, and then we went for dessert at Ivy Asia, which was really cute. We had a bit of a late night, hence the reason why I look like this, and I've got long makeup. But today we are just, I think we'll go shopping, and then after shopping we're going to meet Sunny's friend, and then we're going to head home because we have got work tomorrow. But yeah, it's been a lovely weekend away, just to get away from all the madness, and obviously to try to take my mind off the 2-week wait. I have had different symptoms. My boobs have been feeling quite full and really achy, but other than that I haven't had anything else. Oh, I did have cramping actually the day after the transfer, but apparently cramping's a good sign. I don't know, but no bleeding really like that so far, so fingers crossed. But yeah, so I will probably catch up with you guys when we get home. I have obviously got a couple of more days now till test day, so I'm hoping obviously all goes well. Still taking my pessaries and still taking so many vitamins and everything else you can imagine. But yeah, so I'll speak to you guys soon. Bye guys. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm here on Saturday morning of bank holiday weekend just to give you a bit of an update of how things have been getting on. We are currently still in our 2-week wait, which has gone pretty fast, believe it or not. Obviously we've been at work all weeks. We went to London last weekend, so that kept us very busy and that was nice and fun for us, as it was our anniversary. I don't know if you guys can hear this, but I can hear a dog barking in the background. So I think I'm just gonna go take a seat in my favorite spot just in case you guys can hear that. Bear with me. I'm back. So this is so much better. I can't hear whatever's going on outside with the man lawn mowing and the dog barking. The weather today is not as nice as I actually imagined it would have been. The weatherman said this weekend it was gonna be so hot. I know yesterday, Friday, was lovely, but today is a bit disappointing. I did wake up with the intentions of going to the park and going for a bit of a long walk. Obviously, I've been advised not to do anything too strenuous in the 2-week wait when it comes to exercise, so walking is kind of the go-to at the minute. So yeah, so what I've been experiencing my 2-week wait, excuse the dye on my finger, I have dyed my eyebrows this morning. But what I've experienced in the 2-week wait is, number one thing I'd say is tiredness and fatigue. I've never been this tired in my whole life. Like, I'm pretty sure every night this week I've been asleep by 8:30, 9 o'clock, easy. I mean, I do kind of normally have a nap and I put Maya to bed, which is kind of normal because I have to pretend I'm asleep for her to go to sleep. So that's kind of like a common thing that happens. But this week it's been me saying to Maya, come on, let's go to bed, I'm tired. So that's been a major thing. Like last night, for example, it's Friday night. Normally she stays up a little bit later, but we were both in bed by 8:30 watching Chip and Potato on Netflix. I mean, if you know what that is, cool, but if you don't go out your way to have a look. But yeah, so we were in bed together watching that last night. And I didn't wake up this morning until about 9:30, so I've had such a long sleep. But honestly, it's the first morning where I woke up and I felt alive. So hence the reason why I've done my makeup. I did kind of curl my hair, but it's kind of dropped out. So yes, the tiredness has been a huge thing. Obviously, tiredness is one of the side effects of the pessaries. Obviously, when you Google the side effects of the pessaries compared to pregnancy side effects, they are hand in hand. They are so similar, so it's really hard for me to kind of differentiate of what could be what. Obviously, when I first started taking the pessaries a couple of weeks ago, my boobs were, how to explain, they felt like my period was coming. So I felt like this for quite a while now, but I noticed after the transfer that they were a lot more sensitive, and the fact that just wearing a normal bra, what I normally get from like Bow Avenue or something, was really uncomfortable for me. So then I've started wearing like sports bras or lounging kind of bras, especially while I'm at work. So when I'm at home, it's just a case of just putting my comfort on, getting really relaxed, all that sort of stuff. When you're at work and you're out and about, you have to be obviously presentable. So yeah, so tiredness, my boobs. I don't know how else to further explain about my boobs, but there you go, my boobs. And what else? Heartburn. I get heartburn a lot anyway. Just as me as a person, I love spicy food, so I always eat spicy food, and 9 times out of 10 I probably will get heartburn on the evening, but I just usually take a Rennie and just go from there. So I can't really class that as a side effect or a potential symptom. What else have I been experiencing? I have been feeling a little bit sick, but I kind of normally feel sick on the morning anyway if I've not had my breakfast by a certain time. I'm not one of these people who have to stick to this routine, but I have noticed, because my normally go-to is a croissant and a coffee in the morning. Obviously now after transfer I've had to limit my coffee intake, which is sad because if you know me, you know I love Starbucks. Which obviously, depending on what drink you have, does have caffeine in it, and obviously tea has caffeine in it too. So I've had to cut straight back on my caffeine intake. So my breakfast now varies from things like Weetabix and banana, or I do have a croissant but just have a very milky tea with it instead. So if I'm not having that by a certain time, I do feel very sick. Hunger intake, some days I feel hungry, some days I don't feel as hungry. That's just me as a person. Generally, if my period's coming, obviously I do feel normally a lot more hungry and think about food 24/7, but that is also just me again. I am a foodie, so it's hard to pinpoint. My period was actually due yesterday, which was Friday. Obviously today is Saturday, so I've had no signs of that at all, no bleeding. I did have a couple of pains yesterday in my, I don't know what you'd call it, like under my boob, but kind of in my ribs. But me and Sonny did some Googling. It wasn't a serious pain where I felt like I needed to have medical intervention, but we did some Googling, and obviously again, it could be a side effect of the pessaries, or it just could be a side effect of new things going on inside my stomach. So it's really hard to pinpoint, but other than that, I've been absolutely fine. Obviously with my first pregnancy, I didn't know I was pregnant till about 6-7 weeks, so it's hard for me to think, oh well, how did I feel at that point? And also once those different pregnancies are completely different each time, so it's literally just a case of just waiting, I guess, to take the test. I mean, as I've said, there's been no bleeding or no spotting or anything like that, which obviously in some cases spotting is a good thing because it shows implantation, but a lot of bleeding obviously normally isn't a good sign. But I've had nothing at all, so we'll see. Test date is Monday. As mentioned, today is Saturday, so 2-3 nights to go till test date. I am actually thinking, because my period was due yesterday and it hasn't come, I'm 60%, 70% gonna test tonight just to see. Obviously I've been following other women who've had their transfer same date as me, and some of them have already tested and some of them obviously have had negatives, some of them have had positives, but obviously everyone's saying on the group is women who've had negatives wait till test date, which is Monday. I wasn't going to cave, but I'm feeling like I'm going to cave with the symptoms and obviously my missed period, so I will keep you guys updated with that. Very exciting. Sonny's told me that he's happy for me to obviously test early. He did obviously be the brain in this and then say to me, obviously if you do get negative, obviously you know you are going to feel somewhat upset, so just be mindful if you are testing early. Obviously there is always that risk, but I just feel like it's the right thing to do. My gut instinct is telling me to test early, so I will keep you guys updated with that. Obviously I showed you, I think in the previous video, of the tests that Create give me, but in the meantime I have been out and brought my own tests as well, just because I'm impatient. I brought a pack of 2 clear blue tests. One was the digital one and one was just the one where I think it comes with the cross if you are pregnant, or obviously just the line if you're not pregnant. And then I also did buy 2 packets of the pound tests. I think you get 3 in a box, the little skinny ones, the cheap ones, because people actually say they're better than the clear blue test because it depends on what colour dye is obviously on the inside of the test, so we'll see. I fully tested up. I've got all these tests to go. This weekend we've got a couple of plans. I'll say couple, we haven't actually got that much planned. I was going to take my swimming today at some point. I mean, it's still, I'm looking at my watch, I haven't got my watch on. It's still early on in the morning, so we could go swimming this afternoon. Tomorrow I'm thinking to go to the park, get my exercise in. Maya's brought a net to catch tadpoles, so that should be fun. Bring some tadpoles home. And then obviously Monday's bank holiday, so we've got a bit of a family day out. We're going for dinner at somewhere called the Queen's Head in Bromsgrove. I've heard amazing reviews about it, so I'm really looking forward to that. And obviously probably just before that we might just go out in Bromsgrove, see what's going on. I'm pretty sure there's shopping over there as well, so just make a day out of it. So yeah, just I'd say try wait till Monday, but I know I'm going to test at some point today, so yeah. So I hope you all have a lovely bank holiday. I am bringing this vlog to a close. My second vlog will be the pregnancy test reveal. I mean, I've got my fingers crossed. Next weekend me and Sonny have got a log cabin booked, which I brought him for his birthday back in Jan. Obviously now everything's open again, we can finally go, so we are really looking forward to that. They do have like a Japanese soap tub. It's like a little like cabin in the woods somewhere. It's not too far from the West Midlands. It's about an hour and a half drive away, so that should be really cute, especially we'll have our pregnancy test reveal at that point, so it'll either be like a little breakaway from us, or it'll be another, again, like a little bubble for us to talk about the future and all the excitement that we're going to have. So really looking forward to that. But yeah, so bring the vlog to a close. I will speak to you all guys hopefully soon with the test reveal. I just can't believe it's literally the end of the journey, if that makes sense. You know, it's been a long time coming, so everyone's just really excited. Everyone's been so supportive, like the handful of people that I have known about transfer, and obviously the process that I have been going through. So thank you all for the support and the love. Obviously on my Instagram page as well, and via on here on YouTube, it's a big thing for me to have that helping hand and know that I've got the supporters along the way too. So yes, super exciting. I will keep you guys all up to dated of the test result and how we're getting on. But yeah, so have a lovely rest of the bank holiday weekend, everyone, and I will hopefully see you all soon. Bye guys.